And the big development at this hour, Gaza ceasefire comes into effect. Mediator Qatar confirms Gaza ceasefire is underway. Rami Gonen is named as one of the 3 hostages slated to be released by Hamas. Now, under the deal, 33 Israeli hostages are being released after 15 months of conflict, in exchange for hundreds of Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails during this phase. Israeli forces will also withdraw from densely populated areas of Gaza. The deal has come after a lot of back and forth between Israel and Hamas. And finally, the announcement has come that the ceasefire deal has come into effect. The first to be released, Rami Gonen. This is the first of 3 phases in this deal. The first phase is scheduled to last for 42 days. And phase 2 and phase 3 is dependent on the outcomes of phase 1. Even up till an hour ago, Israel had made it clear that there will be no ceasefire until the names of the hostages are released. But now the names have come in. All right, to discuss this further, Mohammad Najib, journalist, war correspondent and security analyst, joins us from Ramallah. Mr. Najib, we spoke short while ago and the deal was not in place. Now it finally starts. Give us your thoughts.
Yes, actually, after 2 hours and 45 minutes of delay of delivering the names of the 3 Israeli hostages who will be freed by Hamas today, so the Hamas sent the names to the Qataris, and the Qatari mediators passed the names to the Israeli side, and then the Israelis ordered the start of the ceasefire to put the ceasefire in implementation 20 minutes ago at 11:15 local time, which make the people of Gaza happy and celebrated. Thousands went to the streets and tried to go back to see their towns and the refugees camps. So it is a historical moment, and finally the outstanding issue solved, and things will go as planned today.
Mr. Najib, Rami Gonen, that's one name which has come out, but Israel was insisting on having the complete list before the ceasefire starts. Ceasefire has started now. Give us an understanding of how it's going to play out. Has Hamas released all the names, or will they be coming in gradually, day by day? How will this proceed?
For today, Hamas decided to free 3 Israeli female civilians, and until 4 p.m. Local time, they will transfer them to the Red Cross committee, and the Red Cross will pass them to the Israeli side. And after the Israelis receive them, then they will start to free the Palestinian prisoners who are supposed to be free today, according to the deal that signed between Israel and Hamas through the Qatari Americans and the Egyptian mediators.
I understand we are going step by step here. If you see, the names of the hostages have been given for today. We don't know who or how many will be released tomorrow. Number of prisoners to be released from Israel's side, again, as of now, has not been declared. And of course, phase 2 and phase 3 are a far cry away. Give us your thoughts on how fragile this still remains.
Yeah, it's not easy, but also for Hamas, Hamas leadership based in Qatar, not in Gaza, and the Hamas leadership command in Gaza who hosts the Israeli hostages is not in a direct or easy communication with Qatar, so with Hamas leadership in Qatar. So they try to locate them because they were hidden hostages at several places, so they have to locate them. Some could be military, some could be civilian, some could be dead. So it's up to that. And the Israelis also said the price or the free of Palestinian prisoners depend on the 3 Israeli hostages from the Hamas side. So they are going to free a huge number, more than 1,904 Palestinian prisoners from the Israeli jails, but this depends on the people who will be freed of the hostages, whether they are military or they are civilians, found who's alive, who's dead. So it was difficult for them during the Israeli operations in Gaza to locate them and to contact internally. And also the Hamas insisted that Israel should make a calm down to hide the drones that roaming the Gaza skies so they can locate where those were hosted by Hamas, and then they can put them in danger. So Hamas insisted to stop the flights and the roaming skies of Gaza by the Israeli drones to enable their fighters to bring the hostages to a close point where they will be delivered and turn to the Red Cross later today.
Mr. Najib, even little over 2 hours ago, we were sitting on a report saying that Hamas has cited technical issues because of which that list has not come through. This is a major breakthrough coming after 15 months of hard diplomatic struggles and a deadly war. Give us your thoughts on what could have perhaps changed in these last 2 hours. This is a big breakthrough that has come through.
Yes, actually the deal that reached between Israel and Hamas to the Qatari mediators is nothing new. It was proposed in May 23, but the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was rejected that deal. And with the heavy pressure from the new U.S. President Donald Trump beside the Qataris and Hamas and the Egyptian, they came to this deal. But also the operations, the Israeli military in the Gaza Strip, make it difficult for communication between Hamas commanders, and some of the hostages detained by families, not but also other groups. So they have to tag them to the life.
Mr. Najib,
without being detected, places where they were detained.
Mr. Najib, we'll connect with you again. We're having slight difficulties in that connection. We'll try to reestablish and discuss further because this remains a major breakthrough that has come through. But how will the exchange take place? The exact details, we will be getting into it. Lots more to discuss as this comes. After 15 months, the Gaza ceasefire has now been put into effect.